Hey guys, it's Adam here from Optimum at Homebush. Just coming today with a very quick and easy video on a stretch that is commonly done incorrectly in the gym. This stretch is for the hamstring. For those playing at home, the hamstring is a muscle that runs along the back side of the leg, goes all the way from the bottom of the pelvis all the way down to the back of the lower leg here. This muscle can get very, very tight if you spend a lot of time sitting at a desk or behind the wheel of a car. And as a result, it can actually cause a lot of problems for the knee and the hips. So a common stretch that we often prescribe to people is what's called a seated hamstring stretch, which is where you sit on the edge of your chair at work or at home and you block your knee out and then you reach down towards your toe and you hold that stretch for 20 to 30 seconds without stopping. Something I often see people do incorrectly here is they're actually excessively rounding their back when they reach for their foot. So in order to stretch the hamstring, you come down to that hinge position, and then a lot of the time, if you take a look at my lower back, to get that extra range, a lot of people tend to just round their back. Now, I'm not actually lengthening my hamstring from this point to this point. All I'm doing is flexing my back. So there's no real reason to be rounding the back. It puts an unnecessary amount of pressure on the spine, and you're not really getting an extra stretch there in the hamstring. So what I like to cue people to do is, instead of using, if I'm stretching my left leg, my left arm, I'm going to use the opposite arm. What I find that does is, instead of promoting that rounding and twisting, reaching motion that you tend to get, it promotes more of a stiff and straight back position where you're focusing more on the hinge and the stretch of the hamstring as opposed to aiming for your toe. A lot of people tend to overly compensate by rounding so they can reach their toe. They think that's the goal. The goal is not to reach the toe, the goal is to stretch the hamstring. So in order to do that, we want to straighten our body up, keeping the chest up nice and high, hinging from the hip, so flexing at the hip joint only. Once you feel the hamstring tighten up, reaching down with your hand, and that's where you want to hold it. For me, I've got very tight hamstrings, so that's about as far as I can go, but if I do the previous way, where I round my back, I look like I'm super flexible because I can reach down and grab almost halfway down my foot and my knee hasn't bent. So we want to try and make sure we're doing that the correct way. Okay, so really simple hinge position, holding that for 20 to 30 seconds. Okay. Hopefully that helps you guys out, and see you in the next one. Bye.